Alright, here we go. We're back at it. Dragon Quest II. We have reached another castle in search of our first party member, who I hope can cast magic. Let's actually see if we can get him first. Oh, entrance is to the side. Weird. We'll talk to these people on the way out. This looks like the throne room. No! I am as wrong as can be. More doors, no keys yet. Wait, do I have to go in there, or... Aha, here we go. Really? Your throne faces this wall? Instead of, this way? Somebody didn't want to rotate the sprites. Welcome, Brian. I forgot that was my name in this game. My son, Lars, has already left on his journey to join Metallica. Please, oh, he's not here? Oh, man, please find him and take him as thy companion. No, I don't need your stupid... Yeah, farewell and good luck to you. With my son's help, thou shalt go far. If I can get it, why isn't he here? I can't believe I gotta play alone more. Oi. I have heard of a cave far to the east in which the Spring of Bravery rises. Spring of Bravery, you say? Welcome to Cannock Castle, after talking to the king. That is the chamber of Prince Lars' sister, Princess Hala. What's up, baby? Who art thou, a friend of my brother's? Yes. Then I'll give thee some advice. My brother has gone searching for the Spring of Bravery, but he travels slowly. Oh, you know what? I just realized I was like, oh, I'm going to talk to the princess. She's my cousin. I just realized that. This is all family, I think. Maybe they didn't say that. I thought that was the case. If thou would speak to the prisoner, do so through the barred doors. Hey, you. Get down here. Thank you. I'll tell thee a secret. There is a silver key that opens doors of silver. And then the silver is silver. What does it matter if people steal things? The world is doomed no matter what happens. That's the spirit. You're gonna be fine. I saw the sky burning red on the southern horizon. Perhaps it was Moonbrook Castle in flames? Well, I saw the world map already, so that was some massive flames. Listen closely. Our prince has studied the ways of magic. Oh, thank you. Though with heavy armor or weapons, he has no skill. Still, he seeks to fight evil. You know what? Hey, man, it's a step up for me. What are we selling here? Tools. Okay. Interesting. Antidote herbs and fairy water now. Okay. Let's go medical herb. Yeah, and so you see my stuff's not going down. Antidote herb. What, with my compliments, here's an extra lottery ticket. What? Oh, I can't cure anymore. Oh, how small is this? Oh, I had more medical herbs than I thought. What the hell is a lottery ticket? All right, let's talk here for a second while I look up what a lottery ticket is in this game. Japan, what's the deal? Lottery tickets show up in a lot of your games, especially your RPGs. Suikoden has them in some of them. I think 4. Or no. Yeah, I think 4 has those. No lottery ticket listed at all in here. Oh, here we go. Other items, lottery ticket, slot token? Oh, maybe, so I'm playing the NES version. This also was redone for Game Boy Color with the DQ1 and 2. I chose not to go that route because I didn't like DQ1 on there compared to NES. There is, I believe now, a Wii U version, but I don't have that, so that's why I went NES. You want to play the slot machines? Look for the lottery in certain towns. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to play the slot machines. I'd rather have another antidote. Because I don't have anybody who can heal me. No. Good day to you, sir. So yeah, I guess we go east. I don't know if I have to go above or below these mountains. I didn't look at the map. I just know I'm supposed to go east. You think that would mean at this point I would look at the map, but I'm not. Shows what you know. Oh, crap. Unless if there's a bridge over here. Because, wait, I didn't come through this part. Oh, there's a bridge. A double bridge. Oh. Okay, the wild mouse is new. And now he's dead. Yeah, you big slugs used to hit me for 3. How's it feel? As Rob would say, sniff it. I don't even know if this is taking me where I need to go. Oh, see, here's another... Okay, I'm looking at the map. Hang on a second. I don't really want to go, you know, too ridiculously out of my way. So we were here at Cannock. Oh, I'm fine. Oh, interesting. There were 2 ways to go here. Not expected. Here's the other bridge. I could have crossed if I went northward. This stupid ghost mouse. Man, this thing was hitting me for 5. That's still like 10% of my health. Oh, the Babbles have arrived. Thank you for missing. And for not smoking. Music is still solid. I haven't paid too much attention to the locations of these places. So I guess if we think Maidenhall seemed strategically located, Cannock not so much. It's near mountains, but it seems like there's a lot of ways it can be attacked. And we didn't really get to see Moonbrook too well. So can't comment on that one. Battle music is tense. Energetic. It's alright. I haven't paid attention to the other music yet, so I'll have to do that. So I think I said with DQ1 overworld songs, I like a marching beat for the bass and some highfalutin notes, and this has exactly that. It could be the same song for all I know, and I just don't remember. A real cave. No light has to be examined here. Thank you. All right, let me pull up the map of this. I think this is the Spring of Bravery. I just want to see where the treasures are, if there are any. Oh, this one is nice and clear where the treasures are. Okay. I'm not going to look and see what they are. So I could be heading into just a, you know, a rabble of mimics. I'm sure that's the denomination of a group of them. That cave theme is very good. I like that. Medical herb. No. It sucks. Because I can't heal otherwise. I had to give it away. That is... Yeah, that inventory, I guess it's on par for DQ, but it's still a little too light. Alright, I can't believe I'm saying this, but can you guys hit me a little so I don't feel so bad about using a medical herb? Thanks. I've said it before, I think, on a PPM episode, but I have learned to have a lot of respect for those who can use, or who can take the tools, especially on the NES, and make real songs with it. I don't know how they do it. I have put together, in total, 5 pieces of music, if you can call them that, using much better technology and what have you than these guys had available, and it doesn't sound any good whatsoever. And yet, you know, like, they have that talent. Really respect people who have musical skill. And I'm, also jealous. I will be cursing your name behind your back. I think, yeah, there's one up here, and I think there's one more closer to where we need to be. Why are slugs faster than me? Explain that. They're not even bipedal. They're missing me a ton now, and what that makes me wonder is... What are you giving me? Okay, thanks. Thanks, guy. For filling up my mightily tiny inventory right before I get a chest. Gold. Fantastic. So far, no important treasures. I already forgot what I was going to say. I was in the middle of saying... Oh, the slugs are missing me, and I'm starting to think that is the way that they are registering a 0 instead of a 1. Not when it comes to hit or not. It might be the case that it's hit or not, but it also might be the glancing blow effect where they really would have made contact, but now it's at the point that they aren't likely to always cause actual damage in whatever the damage wheel is. Because the damage wheel is back. I definitely have seen it from my guy when hitting things, and from them a little bit. Mostly from me, though. Because the misses are just a lot. And if agility doesn't have to do with order, it seems like agility just has to do with the defense stat. So I don't know. I just making some guesses here. Trying to piece together how they work this. I have a weird fascination of always trying to look at how a stat works, because one of my all-time favorite RPGs, and boy do I have stories to tell about it, or specifically a story, is Final Fantasy VI. And some of you may know, Final Fantasy VI has a bug in it, at least as far as the Super Nintendo and the port to the PlayStation 1 are concerned, where there is a stat called Vigor. And I don't recall what it was supposed to be tied to. However, it wasn't tied to anything in the code. So you could see that stat go up, and you can train that stat to go up with the proper Esper, as well as get certain relics that would let it go up, but it didn't impact anything. Oh good, another medical herb. So if we do get this dude to join us soon, this is when I'll be curious if we start to see less medical herb drops, because I'm guessing he can heal. Oh, looks like we found the spring. I've never been to a hot spring. I'm curious if any of you out there have, if it was an experience worthwhile. I've been in a sauna plenty of times. Are you kidding me? These are the treasures of the Spring of Bravery. $30 and a couple weeds. Oh, this guy's old. Welcome to the Spring of Bravery. Art thou seeking the Prince of Canuck? Yes, is that you? He's going to my place? Son of a bitch. You absolute son of a bitch. You see, this is why we have cell phones now. Oh, that's a fun little thing I like to do. A fun little game. If anybody enjoys older movies, when I say older, I'm talking pretty widely. Pre-1995 for sure, but even pre-2000. Finding movies and going into them with a question of, every movie has a conflict. What is the problem? And of course, you're watching to see how does it get solved. Ask yourself the question when you're watching a movie, especially pre-95, if this could... Oh, a new enemy. Big Cobra. And it's a big corpse. Could this conflict, in all the conflicts that or all the challenges and other obstacles that launch off of that one big conflict, exist or happen in a world where there's cell phones? I first came across this idea with Die Hard, in thinking about how much of what happens in that movie wouldn't happen that way if they had cell phones. And just ever since, I've just always kind of... There's plenty of movies with different conflicts, and I'm not just talking about like fighting and violence kind of conflict. I mean any sort of challenge. Oh, we're going up a level. Let's see how we do here. Power 9. Excellent. Speed 3. Okay. HP 1. Wow. Thanks. Really spreading it out there, aren't we? I'm going to take a look at the map for a second here and see what the best route back home is, because I do not have a Wing of Wyvern on me. So, we are over here. Oh, wow, there's an extremely indirect pathway. I don't think it's worth taking that way because there's nowhere to stop along the way. So, I swear to God, there's sirens again. I just opened up the window because it was getting muggy in here. It's like they know. What was I saying? I know I was talking about the movie thing. Oh, there are plenty of... Yeah, just blow that horn, guy. That's great. Make sure everybody knows you're out there. There's still plenty of movies where the big issue is not something that would be resolved by that kind of more instantaneous communication devices. What was that movie? I think it was... I never actually saw it, but it's that You've Got Mail movie when everybody was freaking out about that annoying AOL email alert. Why was that a thing? You ever think about that? That was a bad idea. Anyway, they're obviously using email. They had at least mobile phones, even though they weren't exactly using them to text like we would now. But still, that conflict still existed, you know. So there's still plenty of plots that could be based around that. But I never tried to apply it to a video game. And now I'm going to. First video game I can think of that actually made me think about having a cell phone, Final Fantasy VII. They called it the PHH, right? When I get to that, and you get to that moment where you get it, I'm going to have to look up what that actually stands for. Because I'm not sure what that was about. We're going to take... Oh, there's no N. Oh, there is one. Okay. Just get a little sleep here. Oh, you know what? I don't have MP. I could have just used an herb. Although, then again, I don't know if I'm going to ever get this dude. Can I just exit this way? I can. Those trees just look so impassable to me that I'm not thinking about just walking over them. What are the odds that at some point later on, I'm going to feel stuck? And that's going to be the problem. Is just going to be, I didn't walk over a stupid thing. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Way too excited. Any fans of classical music, here in Chicago, we have a station called WFMT, and he's not there anymore. Oh, I just aimed at the Drakey and he ran away. There was a guy named Carl Grapentine who I feel like is exactly what you want for the DJ of a classical station. I've never forgotten him saying something one time on air I don't remember who he was talking about, but he said you can always tell when it's a Russian composer because all Russian classical music can be described as excited. I am not a super classical guy. I have a lot of respect for it. I do not have the ability to retain information regarding keys and just the way that the music styles are named and numbered for classical. It's just not a way that I can retain it. I tried for a while there, and you can say fugue, you can say sonata, you can give me a number, doesn't matter. Oh, it's so-and-so's opus whatever. I'm going to have to hear it before I can tell you if I've heard it before. And then I don't know that I could tell you I have heard it before, even in that moment. All right. Now we're getting back to where it all started. He better be here. Making me run around the world. Now, there was that trope, it's on the list, about running around back and forth between a bunch of places, but I believe that was for an item, not... or trading items as a part of that, so it may not fit. Let's see, do we see a sprite we haven't seen before? No? Oh, come on. Welcome back. Uh-huh. Oh, the rage. You know, there's only one thing worse than this, and that's escort missions. Well, thou hast missed him. The Prince of Cannock was here, but now he is off to Maidenhall, looking for thee, I believe. Wait, isn't this Maidenhall? Wait. What? Oh, no! I didn't save. And I hit B twice on accident. So I have to load my save state, and I don't remember where that was. While you're still with me, let's go ahead and do that. Is this the beginning of the episode? There's one way to tell. Okay, so, I'll be back. And we're back. Another cheat activated at the moment. I don't lose HP in battle. And I'll tell you why. Because I didn't pay attention to where that last save state was. And so I made it to the guy in the Spring of Bravery and realized I didn't talk to the king at Cannock. Therefore, the trigger wasn't set, and so I had to reload the same save state again. Then, the encounter rate suddenly went up, for reasons nobody knows. And I did confirm, in fact, I wasn't crazy. That is a typo in the game, when my own father tells me that he's moving on to the castle that we were literally standing in when I was talking to him. So, I don't know if he's going to Leftwyn or if he's going to Cannock, so we might as well just go in order. And then what I will do is I'm going to end this because it looks like that's the next chapter in the thing. And, oh, hey, look. There he is. And then we'll go over the list, and I'll end it here, and I'll probably grind. Well, it depends on what level he is. I might have to grind and stuff like that. So I might actually... You know what, maybe I'll grind first before we say goodbye on here. This one's not a long one. Much longer for me, trust me. Hey, ass, where you been? Hail, friend. I am Prince Lars of Cannock. Art thou my cousin from Maidenhall? Ah, it is as I guessed. I've been seeking thee, so that together we may oppose Hargon. Come, let us go forth. The happy music of getting a party member. Okay, let's take a look at his status. Ooh, he's weak. He does have MP, a club and a leather armor, and he does have the heal spell, but you know what? Now I don't care. Oh yeah, down there. He is level 1. So, let's do a little equipping. Oh wait, no, that's not the equipment shop. So, let's see what he can use. We'll start with the big things. Can he use chainmail? Yes, he can. Oh, he can. I didn't expect him to because he can use magic. How about the chain sickle? Okay. Oh, is he gonna be... I wonder if the chick is gonna be more of mage only? Yeah, because he was able to use all of that equipment. And yes, don't worry, I did see the NPC move just in time to block my path. Because of course he did. Thank you. So yeah, I'll keep you guys with me for the moment, because this episode is going to be pretty short thanks to all of that. I did consider putting it back on at one point, but honestly, I wasn't in the mood to talk about it. You know? Alright. So we'll just do a little fighting, a little loving, a little hugging, a little kissing. Just to get them up a couple levels. I should see, I pulled up that thing earlier that gives me their level charts. So, we'll get them maybe up to 5. Seems reasonable. Boom, bump, boom, bump. Although I don't really know if you guys are going to want to sit through that. I'm trying to take him to where the... Oh, you know what? Hold on. First of all, I forgot to throw these things away. Second of all... Oh yeah, I didn't even bother grabbing the, what do you call it? The treasure chest in that cave this time around, because I'm like, why? What good is that for 29 gold pieces and 2 medical herbs? We're going to give him a couple of these. I am curious as to... We'll give him one more. If these are going to work for more than just Maidenhall. I don't know if it's going to actually force me to truly use it, so we're not going to do that just yet. So I wonder if he's going to be heal spells only or combination. There's a lot of things I don't know. I've never played this or to this point, so... Alright, Lars is 2. No power, just speed by 3, HP 3, MP 6, but no, what am I looking to say? No new spell to make him useful, because all that time I needed somebody who could heal me, and now I just said, screw it, I'm cheating. One of the things that I am having a hard time with when it comes to that is... I keep limiting myself by how much I cheat for 2 reasons, when really only one of them matters. Oh good, I get another medical herb. And so what I mean by that is, when I mentioned before, when I revisit games that I've played the heck out of already, I will cheat to save time. And I keep starting myself that exact way with these games too, forgetting that I don't have to do that. There's no real point to me taking it so lightly with the cheats, because this isn't meant to truly be a play of the game. It's meant to be finding out how tropey something is. The reason why I am still holding back and like I'm not looking for one hit kills and like usually an infinite HP cheat, that's unheard of for me. Like you never do that. What's the challenge at all then? You know, the challenge can still be fun. You just don't want to do the grinding for gold and what have you. At least that's the way I typically approach it. All right, cool. He's up to 3 already. And now I'm talking about something. So power 2, reaction 2, HP 1, MP 4, and he learned a new spell. Excellent. Let's check that out before I finish my thought. Fireball. Excellent. Right. So we're going to keep on. So you can still have a challenge, and I find that you run into weird, unexpected challenges when you do the cheat to rush through situation. And I've talked about that already, so I'm not going to like explain and give examples as to that. And you've seen it already, technically. You're aware of it because of my complaining. So I want to see if this is a group thing. I don't think it is. I don't think they did that back then. But that's just not the point here. You know, the point here is to find out, you know, how do these games land on a trope chart? I think what's keeping me from actually just so there's 2 reasons that I'm not going balls to the wall with these cheats. For one is, you know, honestly, really, he attacked first and his attack was to run away. I am having fun revisiting these worlds. There is absolute value in that. On the flip side, I don't want to get too used to overkill on the cheats because I do suspect that there can be some game break issues. And I don't want to do that. Like, honestly, I was pretty sincerely annoyed at having to load that save state. I don't like repetition in video games. It's funny. Exercise makes tons of sense. No problem with it. Music, not a problem for the most part. Repetition in video games, not a fan. So, wow, I missed, really? I'm strong enough that they're running away, but I still missed. So, I cannot finish this thought for the life of me. Okay, what do you got? Power 1, speed 2, HP 3, MP 2. Okay. Next level is at 200, so he's leveling up faster than I thought he was going to. So my last thought on this is I really don't want the scenario where I've played a game for 10, 12 hours. I've got the files sitting there waiting to be produced, or they already have been produced, but that's probably not going to happen because of what I'm talking about here. I'm probably going to make sure they don't get produced until all of the episodes have been done, because the idea of 10 episodes, 15 hours, and then, oops, it broke because of a cheat, probably. Oh, I don't like that idea. It makes me feel super uncomfortable. And I'm trying to think, I know I've run into weird situations like that, but of course I'm having a hard time remembering what that is. I was revisiting Grandia one time, and got locked out. That was on the official hardware too, for the record. I was using a cheat though. That was on the PlayStation 1. I was playing through the PS2, but I never ran into a problem with PS2 emulation of PS1 games where I got locked out by that. So it's possible, because I didn't get locked out playing Grandia on the PS1 originally, and that second time around was on the PS2, so it could have been the case. I just don't think so. I can't make that assumption, I'll say. Another time was on an emulator. I wasn't cheating, though. So that's going to be an important thing, because I know this game is on the list, and that is Super Mario RPG for the SNES. What the heck was the fight? I can't remember the name. For people who know that game, it's Birthday Cake. That should tell you exactly which fight it is. Okay. So that's why I'm not going all out in making this super fast. I just kind of wanted to explain myself a little bit there. That could change this stuff. It's going to go how it goes. You know what I mean? And I think as I get more games under my belt for this series, I'll come up with some better ways of approaching it to take in the world, soak in the game and its atmosphere, while also pushing forward plenty. So, bear with me. Let's finish up by checking out how Lars has gotten better. Speed 4, no strength, HP and MP 2. Let's answer the question about this. Yeah, okay. So, there was no choice there, and I had been to 2 castles at that point. So, I'm real positive in DQ3 that's not an issue. I think maybe not every location, but I think most locations. So let me take a look at those chapter headings and find out when it is that, what it is, not when, what it is we'll be doing when we return for the next episode. So the next chapter that we're going to do this on is called The Lake Cave. But that's not how we end this episode. We're going to do the beginning portion of the time for the trope list, and we're specifically doing 3 categories: characters, items, and locations. So only 14 to go through here right now. So what do we got? Rule 19 is about Silly Squall bringing a sword to a gunfight. So this rule again is that it doesn't matter the time frame of the game, if it's regular fantasy or neopunk or steampunk or any of those things. The main hero and his antagonist will both use a sword for a weapon. I don't think I remembered it was both using a sword for a weapon for DQ1, or at least I'm surprised by reading that condition now, but I also couldn't remember things and I just played that game. So I'm going to put a question mark. Our main guy appears to be sword guy for the most part. It's what's on his sprite. We don't know. We know Hargon is a wizard or something like that, so probably not using a sword, but we'll double check it later on. Rule 21 is Eris's corollary. Just as the main male character will always use a sword or a variant of a sword, the main female character will always use a rod or a staff of some sort. I assume that's going to be true. I'm putting the question mark here, but I believe she's going to be mage specific, and so probably can't equip anything else, or just magey weapons. 22, the MacGyver rule. Other than for the protagonist, your choice of weapons is not limited to standard types of weapons. Here it appears that it is going to be limited, so that's a no to that trope rule. 25 is the dimensional transcendence principle, buildings being much larger on the inside than the outside. I was surprised. In DQ1, that wasn't the case, and you know what? I gotta be surprised again. It's not the case here. They're sized right. And when I think of 3 and I think of 4, I think that's still the case. So I'm curious when we're going to first run into that. So another surprise no. 28, IDKFA, the basic ammunition for your firearms, and we can stop. Not going to be here. 30 is selective paralysis, which is our inability to climb over certain situations. I'm actually going to say no here because on this one I keep thinking I can't walk past trees. Those must not be trees. They must be shrubs or bushes or something. And I'm just identifying them myself as trees. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Any male character who is ugly is going to be evil or supremely moral. We don't have that kind of graphical fidelity, so that's not going to work. Next part of the same rule is about physical disfigurations. Again, we can't tell. And same thing for the female for the third part of it. So a bunch of no's there. 96 is the Billy Lee Black rule of I'm the NRA, which I'm treating as is there a pacifist character? Does not seem to be the case. And I would be very surprised if something like that comes up here. Just 2 left to go, but one of them's a 3-parter. Rule 119, don't stand out. Any townsperson who is dressed oddly or otherwise doesn't fit in with the rest of the townsfolk will either join your party after you complete some task, be in the employ of your enemy, or befriend any female member of the party and then be immediately captured and held hostage by the villains. The only one of these that I'm going to leave open is the one about being in the employ of the enemy. I assume that's not going to be the case. I'm not going to count the... Oh, okay. Huh. No, I'm not going to count the imps. The imp sprites, I think, there's so many of them, they're not actually a unique sprite. So no. In fact, I'm going to say no to this one. And if it turns out I'm wrong later on, hopefully I'll remember and realize it. Rule 140, the law of NPC relativity. This is about NPCs being supremely powered until they later on join your party. We're not going to run into that here, so we can say no. So, yowza. We still don't know what to expect when it comes to these lists, but so far, we're still 2 out of 278 after 2 episodes. Again, we aren't going through as many questions, so it's a little bit harder to judge because of that. But at the moment, Dragon Quest games aren't as tropey as I would expect. I kind of looked forward to doing this early on because I thought they were gonna be sky high. That's not the case. Wow. Like I'm really caught off guard by that. Anyway, it's late for me. It's been a weird episode. And so I'm going to take a break and relax for the night and then do some more recording tomorrow because that's my life now. And I hope you guys will join me and we will move on. Who knows when we get the third person or how many places we have to keep walking to get to her. See ya there.
Let's Player needs food badly.